Now for closing remarks, Professor Paul Hunt.
Okay, so the dean is feeling better. Just a little bit hot. He stood too long is basically what happened. He wanted to stand for the entire presentation and stare down at you guys from his alternate talk. And he stood too long and then got a little dizzy. But the man is feeling well. And actually, I just talked to him. He said he wants to teach a constitutional law class. He's in the mood now. So if anybody wants to have a constitutional law class after graduation, the dean is up to it. Okay, so I'm a proud alumnus of the Southern California Institute of Law. And I have been in your shoes and I understand where you all are. I want to thank the board for allowing me to represent the alumnus every year at graduation. And I hate microphones, so can I just broadcast? Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay, I hate it. So every year at graduation, we have an alumnus.
No. We can hear you.
Yeah, okay, I'll come back here then. I hate the feedback. We have an alumnus address the graduating class for two reasons. One, it is to let the family and friends have an insight into what law school is like. And the second is to let the graduates know what is in store ahead of them. This year, luckily, it is me to address you for that. I want to talk about value and what is value. In order to understand value, first we have to experience what life is like without value. A homeless person appreciates having a home. A hungry person appreciates food, and so on. And in order to understand value, we need to put it into perspective of what we have. Now, I graduated from this school, thanks to the dean, but my first year was not with this school. So I've got the unique understanding of having experienced a different law school. That law school had a very competitive environment. It basically put so much competition that the students fought against each other, that the professors belittled the students. This was not the type of learning environment that would give a good head off into understanding the law, in my opinion. For those of you that don't know, attrition rate means how many are left after they start at law school. Normally, about 70 to 80% of students that start law school actually someday sit where the graduates are today. That school, it went the other way. There was only 10% left after the first year. Out of 150 people in my first year law school, there was only 15 of us that graduated to the second year. That's how competitive and difficult it was. So I can understand the difference. So for my second year, I decided I had to go to a different law school. So I was interviewing different law schools. I had heard about the little school in Ventura, and I discounted it. I said, I don't want to go there. People had said good things. I didn't want to go there. And I was driving through Ventura, and I said, I'm just going to stop by at the little school unannounced. Okay, we all know how debonair the dean is, and what a gentleman he always is. We know he's always in a suit, and you probably think he's walking down the beach, getting a suntan in a suit. Okay? I'll tell you a secret. The one time I met the dean when he was not in a suit was the first time I met him. And that was because he was not intending on working that day. He had only stopped by the school to pick up mail. And he was extremely, let's say, casually dressed. like I just got out of bed, casually dressed. And I'm sure he was very embarrassed, and I'm embarrassing him now. But that was the way he was dressed. And already I decided not to go to this little school. And that did not help. And so I sat down with this gentleman, and within moments, the intellect that he had just blew me away. I did not know that that almost happenstance meeting would give me a mentor and a friend for many years to come. He sat there and talked about his concepts of what law school should be. He said that a school does not exist in order to be a profit-making entity. It exists in order to better the students. He got excited, started banging his fist on the table. He said, education is the foremost with any learning institution. Bang! I'm sitting back in the chair farther back. Whoa! A school exists for the students, not the other way around. All willing students deserve the opportunity to learn. Bang his fist on the table. Professors should judge themselves on the quality of their students, not on who they think they are. Bang! Whoa. Okay? Then the students, it is their obligation to take home the value of what they are given. And that becomes their duty. Okay, pretty much the dean had a very good argument and completely changed a first impression to be the type of learning institution that I felt would give me the best ability to learn the law in the way that I saw it. I worked hard, very hard. I never had a competition with a professor, a fellow student. We worked as a team. We put ourselves arm in arm, and we said we're walking that line at graduation together. And if somebody got a better grade than me, it was like, well, I hope something I told you helped you get it. Because we were a team. And that's what this school creates. It creates a team that walks together down to graduation. And that in itself is value. Now, really, what do we do with the value we got? Well, to me, anything the dean has ever asked, he asked me to teach a class, he asked me to do something, I pay it forward. Pay it forward. Okay? Every year, I have, whenever possible, attended the graduation. And the best thing about attending graduations of other people, you get these parting gifts. Every year, you get a parting gift for attending a graduation. This year, with pride, I add to my collection the graduating class of 2020. Okay, so I ask each one of you to pay it forward. That now that you get to leave the law school, I ask you not to leave. Become more into the Alumni Association, contact the dean, make sure you're involved. See what you can do to help and do it. Now, as far as value, I want to talk about one other part of value. and that is the value that you've all received, and you may have thanked, but have they really been thanked? I want to talk to your friends and family. That is the true value. While you have all been unreachable, voicemail full, unable to attend school home events, asking others to cover for you, they are the ones who have been handling it. And you've had to continue on with them behind you. So we need to really thank those that really stood behind you, because they are the value. It is because of you, the audience, the friends and family. So just a round of applause. Let's thank the friends and family. And with that, I wish that everybody moves ahead with skill. The ceremony is now soon to end. Please, everybody, nobody move yet. We're going to have the possession of the top walk out. They're going to walk this way. Everybody stay where they're at. I'm going to come down. The graduates will follow me, and they'll walk in there. And then once we all walk in there, you can all greet your graduates and take pictures, okay?
Prior to closing the ceremony, we have Dean Pillay, who is clearly quite tough, who is going to be reading the invocation. So please, if they are all in your program binder, your program cover there, so please read along with me.